whenever two of your numbers match,
and work requirement. It's going to take if you're going to have something nice, you're going to have to work for it. If I want to have us a nice dinner, it doesn't just show up on the table. I have to work to get that. I know cooking and standing in there for all day is not work for anybody else. But if I were to go and get paid to do that, I would get paid really good money. It is a job. The things that I was doing all of that plus everything I could do, plus all the paperwork in the office, when it was convenient for him. See, I couldn't just go in there. Like I really don't even go in there because it still, to me, doesn't feel like my office. So in my mind, I have been saying, okay, well, what am I going to have to do to make it feel like mine? Because I've got to make a change in order for me to feel like it's mine. Like this house. I've been doing it all along for the betterment of our family. And the whole time, everyone's thinking that she doesn't do anything, she doesn't work, she doesn't do anything. When I would drop you guys off at school, I would work, and then when you came home, it was more work. Getting you snacks, getting dinner on the table, getting your homeworks done. Because in the evening hours, we had other things to go do. You never went to a ball game hungry. You never went to a ball practice hungry. You never went to a piano lesson hungry. Because I was always planning in advance. That takes me requirements. I have to write down lists. I have to think in my head, okay, let me plan this out. Oh, God forbid I waste a tank of gas. I've got to go to town and do as much as I can do because he's complaining about how many miles I'm putting on a car, how much gas I'm using. Oh, I sweat all day long while you sit up in this air-conditioned house. So I started turning the damn thing off. Really? You're going to be hot? I'll be hot. Then what did he say? Well, it takes the house all afternoon to cool off. Well, yeah, it sure does. Go in there and get under the cold water in the shower. You'll cool off. The games that people play. The manipulation of, see how screwed up you are? That ends. It's no more in my world. He comes back around me and I'm okay until he starts doing whatever it is he's doing. And now I can recognize it because there's been space that I've backed away from it to see, oh my God. But when you're living in it day after day after day, just like I tell you guys, you don't see it when you're in it, but other people do. Other people say, what are you doing with a guy like that? And me trying to jump hoops to please everybody. Because I am a pleaser. I'm a people pleaser. I don't have to do that anymore. You're 21 years old. I don't have to do your food. You should be able to cook your own food, do your own thing. But you're not. You're stuck. I get it. I'm there. I get it. 100%. I get it. But until you start communicating with me, you'll never know what I know. And I'm going to give you a little bit more time, but then after that, I'm going to be done. And you don't want me to be like that. But just like I told you the other night, it's like me taking my head and beating up against this wall. You playing games with me, going down the highway, waiting to see what? If I'm telling you the truth, if I'm right. There is
I
no
knew
right.
that there was a merge there.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did, Mom. You think I don't know where Davis is, and I don't know that there's a merge. I know, I've done it hundreds of times. I didn't want to get over because there's people on my left, and I could see that there was no one merging. And you've apparently, that's a huge rebellious thing to be the driver driving the car instead of always doing what the passenger is saying.
No, I don't want you to do everything I'm telling you, but I'm telling you different techniques because, like I was telling you, if it's a semi, don't ever be in his blind spot. I'm trying to protect you, and you don't want to hear it. You want me to go ahead and say, well, just go out there and get run over. What I think is common sense for somebody that comes natural, some people aren't like that. They have to be told. And I gave you that. I gave you that much time. Now I'm trying to help you out. And tell you and explain to you why I think the way I think. Not only I'm not telling you what to do or telling you how to do it, I'm explaining myself to you. So you understand that, okay, she's not telling me, she's trying to help me. But you're taking it as you're telling me what to do. You're telling me how to do it. And I'm telling you, you can make a mistake and it's fine. It's going to be okay. You don't have to be perfect because you're not. He's not. But he wants to try to be. He wants you to believe that he is. He's not. And like I said, you don't know what all I know. And you're going to come at me and tell me nothing's ever happened. I'm crazy. I'm just out there. And you really think I'm going to buy that shit?
It's not me that's wrong. It's the world.
Christopher, all of us are wrong. All of us make mistakes. It's part of life. And you will continue, and I will continue to make mistakes. And hopefully it won't cost you your life. Electricity, you playing with those lights out there, bite. Electricity will fire your ass up. You make a mistake with it, it might not kill you, it'll surely knock you out. We all make mistakes. It's what we do when we make them. Keep lying about it over and over again. That is not going to take you nothing but down a road of complete destruction. Complete destruction. Which isn't good. You know, it's like I always tell you guys, throw it out on that table and watch it flap just like a fish till it dies. But at least it's out on the table. It's better than not ever putting it out on the table. But oh yeah, everything's great and everything's hunky-dory. It's not. And it's not all my fault. He was doing that again today. It's all my fault what's happened and why he's not living here. It's all my fault. He'll be the first one to tell you that. And it's not true. It's not. Was I structured? Disciplined? Yeah. That made for two great kids in high school. I let you go down there, you're on your own, and what's happened? I got real quiet for a long time. Didn't say anything to nobody. I just watched, take it all in. Why do you think that is? You don't have to look at me like I'm some bad person. I'm not.
This isn't even a conversation.
What makes a good person a good person? Accepting everybody and being, oh, okay, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. We're accepting and loving of you. With no requirements. You can sleep all day, just like you were doing down there. You had no requirements. Clearly. Life ain't that way.
So you read my, oh, what's a good family? And now you're just gonna throw it in my face.
I'm not throwing it in your face. I'm trying to show you that there are requirements and responsibilities of everyone. You are loved. You are accepted. Faults and all. But you're not going to keep making the same mistake over and over again. Yeah, you could, and it's going to cost you. It won't cost anybody else. It already has. And I'm nothing as far as that goes. But I'm not stupid. And you shouldn't take me for that. And I'm sorry that sometimes you think something totally different than what it is. But you take things so personal. And you do. And I'm going to give you the credit for saying that you're very, very much in tune with things. But until you see the light of some certain things, of another perspective, mine, don't judge me until you know that. Because remember, his side, my side, and the truth. My side, your side, and the truth. There's always three parts to it. Your side, the professor's side, and the truth. And I'm telling you, let's go talk to your professors so we can make sure that I understand. That's how you get to it. I bet they can tell you what happened. You can't seem to tell me. And this has nothing to do with anybody but you. It's called growing up, which is a slow thing, a slow process. Like I told you, if you don't do certain things, then you're not going to progress. And those certain things were taken away from you. What am I thinking when I say that?
You're thinking going to dances and talking to girls and hanging out with them all the time. How were they taken away from me?
When you're with your comment, I'm not going to a prom because I won't know those people in 20 years, in 60 years. You don't know that.
Because I didn't want to go to the prom, that means someone told me not to go to the prom instead of
No.
I don't want to go.
You told me why you didn't want to go to the prom. And it was because you're not going to know. That's stupid. I'm not going to know them in 60 years. That was your exact words, in 60 years, not 20.
Sure. I said more than just that, Mom. I said, I don't want to go. It's not fun. I've already set them up for a year before that. I already know how they are. I've been to homecoming and it was awful. It's not fun to hang out with people who don't care about me. None of my friends were going.
That was the last one. They all had been going. That was the last one where I didn't even go there. And you have a right to that.
You're saying that someone told me,
I'm
someone
not
convinced
saying
me.
anything. I'm telling you why you told me that. And I'm telling you it's the steps. You never know going anywhere. It doesn't matter. Going to Walmart could change your life. You don't know if you're going to have fun or not until you go.
I don't have to go out to a bar and drink to figure out that I don't want to go to a bar and drink.
Some people just go to a bar to see who they're going to meet so that they can dance.
Would I want to go to a bar and meet someone at a bar?
It is no different than you getting on your video games and meeting people that you've never met before.
It's not different at all.
It is no different. You're on there meeting new people and you don't know who they are. You're just not able to see their eyes and make contact and make
Whenever I'm on video games, I'm barely ever talking to the people there, Mom. It's not like I go on the internet and instantly am talking to 200 people.
No, I know that. And you're not going into chat rooms either, are you?
No, Mom.
Have you ever?
No, Mom.
I have. What if you had?
They don't exist.
Well, maybe that was when the internet was first new.
Yes, like early 90s.
It was fun. You're trying to meet new people.
It doesn't really happen at all anymore.
Your whole thing is, I'm not going to meet anybody nice. I'm not going to meet anybody at school that cares about me. Why? Why would I want to do that? They're not going to care. And I'm telling you, you've got to change that way that you think. Because you don't know. You do things because you enjoy doing them. Because you want to be there. You hope that you get to meet somebody new. You hope that you get to make that connection with someone. That's why we're all here. But if you don't know what that connection is or how to do that, how would you know? When you've got so many walls already built up. No, no, no. And now you know you can't tell me that it's the professor's fault. Even though you are right. Just like teacher and everything else. Alexander's saying it. They don't tell us anything. We're expected to try to figure it out on our own. They're trying to grow you up. Self-sufficient. They're not asking you to read the book from front to the back cover. They're asking you to pick out what they think is going to matter the most in that book.
You know what Mr. Flowers' advice was whenever he said that, yeah, I've had awful teachers.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he went and just taught himself through the book. That he didn't even bother going to the class other than for quizzes and tests. And that he made a B. And that everyone else failed.
He was studying the right material.
He was just learning the book. And he said, that's what you should do. Just learn the book.
All right, well, this summer you were going to work on that. And I told you 2 weeks ago, you need to block out some time that you're studying. So when you go back there, I'm like, what are you doing? Hoping that you're going to say, I'm studying. Nothing. But you're clicking on stuff to make it go off that page or whatever. I don't care.
You swear that I'm hiding everything from you. That there's always a giant net of something happening.
No.
Yes, you do. If I'm on the phone, if I'm holding my phone, you're saying, who are you talking to? If I'm on my computer, literally every 15 to 20 minutes, you come back there. What are you doing? Show me. Let me see.
That isn't true.
The other night, I managed to watch a 10-minute long YouTube video, and that was it. And you interrupted me like 4 or 5 times to come in here. Come watch this with me. Come look at my phone. And then you came back there and sat and stared at me. 10
Christopher,
minutes.
You were back there for 4 hours. That is not true.
The night before last night, I was back there for 4 hours.
I don't know. It was something I needed you for.
You have me on a leash. I'm not able to not be in front of you. If I'm touching my phone, evil things are happening. I'm talking to people.
I'm just wanting to know what it is you're working on. Now I'm at the point where, okay, if you're not going to study, well, then get a book. What kind of book is it that you would like to read?
It's about the storm again.
I'm thinking, should we go out there and unplug it?
The sprinklers? Yeah. If it's done running, just leave it
Well,
unplugged.
the door's open. I mean, I was working. I've been doing other things, and then he didn't want to work. He wanted to talk.
What did he even talk about?
You heard him.
No, I was asleep, Mom.
No, you weren't. You were sitting right here, right there, listening to him being on your phone. You were looking down. You were never looking at him, but he sat there and just talked.
I heard that. I thought you were like meaning. You said you were talking for
No,
like.
he said he was coming over here. He was going to help. And I said, well, that's already done. And then he said, oh. Then I said, well, if you want to help, we've got to get this dug out so we can put those bricks down. Oh. Oh. That's work.
I think we should fix it though, because I'm wanting to walk like further in instead
You
of
can
out
make it
to
whatever
the
way you
corner.
want. And curve it more.
I mean, like the far corner, how it's like all the way over there. I'm not ever like walking over there. I'm walking like even off the pathway.
Oh, so now you saw where, yeah.
So we take the bricks
Yeah.
from the far corner and put it inside.